Hello, my YouTube family. I hope everyone is doing well. I've got my ears on. I'm in the chair. I'm in the pink room. I want to wish all of you a very happy Easter, happy Passover this week. I just want to wish all of you and all of your families a lovely day. Here it's actually raining in the Hudson Valley. It's chilly, it's a cold rain, so I am inside for now. Yesterday was absolutely gorgeous in the Hudson Valley. We took one of the cars out. We took out the 78 Malibu, and that's got a big block in it, by the way. And we took it to a car show, and I found myself out in Patterson, New York, which I believe falls under Putnam County. It's about 8 to 10 miles just right over by Connecticut. So I was super close to Margot. Well, not super close, but I was closer than normal. I did give a couple screams. Hopefully she heard me. So yeah, I hit up the Dollar Tree that is in Patterson, New York. I was there once before a couple of years ago. So it has been a hot minute, but oh my gosh. The boyfriend parked the hot rod lower down in the parking lot. He goes, I'm just going to sit here and wait for you. And I come across the parking lot with all these bundles of bags, and he's just looking at me like, oh my gosh. And then, of course, in the same parking lot, there was a Dunkin' Donuts, and I loaded up the back of the car. And then I said, all right, you know what? I'm walking over to Dunkin' Donuts. I got myself a nice drink. It was actually a beautiful day, and we started coming home because we were probably an hour and 45 minutes out at that point, and the rain just started hitting. And of course, when you're out in cars like we have, you don't really want to get caught in the rain. But it was an okay car show. You know, I wouldn't give it on a scale from 1 to 10, maybe a 4. And I'm not trying to be mean, but I think it's still kind of early here on the East Coast. And, you know, depending on where you're at, you get different scenes of cars rolling in and out. So that's enough about me. We're going to get into this Dollar Tree haul together. I do want to say another thank you to all of my subscribers who have been hanging out here with me. You know, we're climbing that subscriber list. So if you have a moment and you're not subscribed, maybe you can hit that subscribe button. That would be awesome for me. We play games and we do different things here. And in order to win anything here, you do have to be a subscriber. All right, so this Dollar Tree contains nothing over $175 because the other half of the haul, which is too big to fit into one, will have some items from the Plus. And there's actually, this time, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items from the Plus section this time. But not in this video. It's going to be in the next video. I might get to it today. I'm not sure. You know, we're celebrating Easter. Everybody's doing their thing. And again, I just want to say happy Easter bunnies to you all. These are my Easter ears from Dollar Tree. I got a hot cup of coffee. I'm ready to rock and roll. All right, let's get into it. We're going to start with M&M's, honey roasted peanut M&M's. Now, I bought a bag of these for myself about a month ago because these are new, actually. And I do like honey roasted peanuts, and I like M&M peanuts. And I don't know where the bag went. I know where it went. But anyways, I got myself another one, so I really want to try them because I do enjoy the M&M peanuts. And they had just got those back at Dollar Tree again. And the other sweet treat they got back at Dollar Tree again is the sour chewy candy popsicles. Oh my gosh, I got hooked on these last year. The flavors are raspberry pineapple, orange pineapple, and blue raspberry cherry. Now, not only do these taste really good, they're so cute. If you're doing like any summer birthday parties or get-togethers or picnics, you know, I like to, when I'm having a get-together or, you know, whatever, I like to decorate. I love to decorate. I could probably decorate full time. But I like to, you know, whatever the season's, Easter, you want to have certain treats and stuff out. So I really get into that part of it. These are so cute. They're in the shape of basically ice cream bars, to be honest. Let me hold up one that's a little darker in color. There it is right there. Do you see the shape of it? It's a little ice cream bar. I'm not so sure you can see it in the bag, so hold on. Actually, let me grab my scissors. Let me grab my scissors. All right. They're so cute. Isn't that adorable? It's just like a little ice cream. Stick them in candies, put them on cupcakes, decorate a cake with them, or just shove them in your mouth and eat them because they're yummy. All right, I did finally start to, it seems like some Dollar Trees have like really good snack sections and some don't. This one had a phenomenal snack section. However, being, you know, the day before Easter, it was a hot mess. But I did find a lot of cool stuff. Cheez-Its Original. This is a 3-ounce bag. Just a little something munchies to go. I like to grab these things like we were out and about yesterday. I had some snacks. Thank goodness I did because we didn't know what we wanted to do for dinner. And we ended up stopping at this deli that was off the hook. Oh my gosh. You want to eat at a really good deli? I'll give you some information about that. All right. They had more Pop Secret. The BF and I really do enjoy it. So I grabbed another bag of this. This is a repeat purchase for me. All right, Miss Judy, look what I found. Hopefully our stores get them. It's a plastic strawberry. At first I thought, is that a tomato? But then when you look inside, there it is right there. There's all the little seeds. So I got this little plastic container. I thought it was so cute. Thought of Miss Judy right away. That was in the section pretty much. Well, like I said, you know, I hadn't been in the store for a hot minute. So when you walked into that store, they were doing all kinds of, they had all kinds of 4th of July up, all kinds of graduation stuff. Wow, the graduation stuff this year? Excuse me. I wish I knew somebody that was graduating because they had all these plushes that you could sign. It was just adorable. So that's kind of the section where I'm finding this stuff. They're doing all kinds of luau stuff. And speaking of luau, not that this has anything to, well, I guess it does. I'm thinking these are cherry blossoms. I could be wrong. If I am, somebody will correct me. Oh my gosh, these are so pretty. Obviously, they are glass. You've got the straw that stays in there with the cute rubber top. You could use these for so many. Right there, I say that is a beautiful little vase. Why couldn't it be? It's all rounded off here and it's nice and smooth. You don't have anything to worry about because obviously it's meant for drinking. How big is this? It doesn't tell me how many ounces this holds. You know what? I don't have my ruler either. My bad. Let's measure it, shall we? If we measure just the glass itself, it's 5 inches. How pretty is that? Have yourself some strawberry lemonade in there. Oh my goodness. I did get 2 because I think they're so pretty. They had, like that was like a horsey. They probably had like 6 or 7 different designs. This one was my favorite, so I grabbed 2 of those. I just think they're so pretty. And again, put some flowers in there. That makes a great little vase. Just my thoughts. All right, the only other things that I found in Housewares were, they have several new Wizard scents out. This one here was new to me, and this one is Jasmine Shade. Loving these colors. Now, the Wizards I showed you last week had matching sprays. I didn't see the matching sprays for this one. I'm going to assume they had them because there was a big old space right next to those empty, and I'm pretty sure that's where those sprays were. The only other thing I did pick up, like household related, is a Scotch Brite, and these are extra gentle, and they're in the 3M Bright Blooms. I know you can't really tell from that version, but it's actually a flower. I like to have little decorative sponges on my sink and stuff. Who doesn't, right? What's on your kitchen sink? On my kitchen sink, just the sink part alone. Well, you know, we have mechanics in the house, so we have to the side of the sink a big old thing from AutoZone in the orange pump, the pumice wash. But then next to that, I have a really fancy, pretty soap, a hand soap. And then I have right next to that, I have another dispenser of hand sanitizer. And then usually right to the corner, I'll put a little something decorative there according to what holiday we might be in. And then I have my dish rag, but that's usually hung like in that middle hump thing. Yeah, that's my sink. That's a pretty interesting conversation, right? All right, let's move on. I found some more of the women's boxer shorts. They had sleutles of them. I picked up some more. Now, these ones I got in large because the extra large was way too big for me. Not way too big, but they were a little big. Now, these are made of 95% polyester, 5% spandex. So I knew when they were feeling a little bit big, I was like, no, they're not really going to shrink because of what they're made out of. But they're really soft. They have a really nice waistband to them. I found Planters Peanuts. Yes, Planters Peanuts. These are fun if you're just putzing around out in your yard, sunbathing or whatever. I'm flipping it over so you can see the actual pattern. I also found Skippy's Creamy Peanut Butter. These are just fun. You know, they're fun. They are kind of like short shorts. Don't get me wrong, you're going to bend over and your ass is going to hang out. And hey, some of you may be totally okay with that. You know, for me, getting older now, that's probably not something I want hanging out. But what I'm just saying is they are kind of like boy shorts. The next one, Smarties. And I'll show you the backside so you can see what they actually look like. I mean, you know, you just can't beat the price. Gosh. Last but not least, this one's funny. Blow pops. I have blow pops on my pants. But they're super fun. Very colorful. Very soft. Lots of stretch in the waist. You got plenty of room going on here. They're just fun, you know, and inexpensive. If you were just to use them for the season, I mean, you could wing them at the end or use them for rags. You know, you definitely get your bang for your buck there. Well, not a buck anymore. Alrighty, let's go over to some stuff in makeup and beauty, shall we? Alrighty, these were new to me. I'm still working on the old eyebrow thing. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. All right, these are made by Ioni. I found one in medium brown and one in dark brown. And they're brow duos. They looked pretty cool. I'm thinking this one might be too dark, but I did find this one. So they looked pretty interesting. So I grabbed one of each of those. I also found by Ioni these new lip glosses. They're vegan, paraben-free, and cruelty-free. They're called Healthy Arua. This first one, they are all flavored. Are they flavored or scented? My bad, it's not telling me. But we do have scents here. So the first one is honey. I'll bring it up nice and close and get the glare off for you. They also had clear vanilla. And last but not least, I found passion fruit. And right there, I was going to open one to show you the wand, but the wand actually is right there. And you can kind of see it in the tube there just a little bit. All right, I feel like I was on an Ioni kick because then I came across this four thing. It was a display, and they come 4 rows in a pack. So what I meant by that is there's 4 different versions to this one set. The first one, and they're all by Ioni, is 2-in-1 Nail Glow, and this is coconut extract, and it is a nail care. Super cool looking. The next one that I found is passion fruit extract, and this has keratin in it, which is very good for your nails. Very, very good. The other 2 that follow in the same set by Ioni, this one here is keratin jojoba oil and strawberry Judy. And this is for strengthening and hydrating. These are nice size bottles, by the way. They're not tiny in any way, shape, or form. And last but not least, they had vitamin E, and this one is, I thought this one had a scent on here. It's just saying keratin vitamin E only. I thought I grabbed a double, but I did not. This one is just vitamin E, so my bad. All animal and cruelty free, by the way. They did have some cool new nails. You know, my daughter's basket was overflowing at this point, so I'll put these away for her for Mother's Day. All right, these are by B Color, and this one says no glue included. You do get 12 to a package. This was new, and I thought those were really pretty. A lot of designs going on those for sure. They also had this one, which is really pretty too. She likes all the, you know, and I did too at that age. I did too. All right, they had some of the first aid kits. I showed you several different tins. I found another version. The kids are going to love this one. Again, you get 21 pieces in this tin. I'm going to show you what they look like. This one is all about game controllers, which the kids obviously love. Some adults as well. Inside this metal tin, you're going to get all these different types of Band-Aids. There's different styles, different shapes. Perfect, some tape. Perfect to send to school to the kids. Put it in their locker. Put one in your car for emergencies. Put one in your camper. Put one in wherever. If you don't want to use that for that, use your tin for other things. It's an adorable little tin. To be honest, I would have paid that much just for the tin. Excuse me. My allergies have definitely kicked in. Yesterday was warm. You know, I'm sitting out in the sun in a t-shirt. And then today it's all drizzly and rainy. But everything is budding and I'm feeling it big time. Alrighty, we're going to just go over by the aisle where the teaching tree is. The teaching tree aisle is a section usually in the stationery aisle where they have different books and they just have everything that you could imagine for a teacher, whether you teach in a school or teach at home. They have everything. So for those of you that know me or follow my channel, know that I use my cork boards for like decorative things. I just put up a cork board on a wall and I go to town. I have fun with it. It's easy, it's simple, and I can change it up at any time. A lot of the things that I put on my corkboard come from this section at the Dollar Tree because it's inexpensive, and Michael's and Hobby Lobby, they have a lot, but you're going to pay for it as well. So I kind of do it on the DL. Here we go, not the down low, but the Dollar Tree deal. You get 12 in a package, and these are wall borders. But as you can see, like right up here, I have a very colorful one. That's from Dollar Tree. It's the same thing I'm going to show you right now, but in a different color. So I found this great jade green I picked up because I used this to enhance decorations on my corkboard. I also picked it up in red. They had lots of ones with like ABCs and trucks and stuff, but I didn't need to go to that level. So I like to get the flat colors or the ones that are like that because I can mix with those. I found silver. And I'd be looking for colors for a long time because I'm almost out. And then I found this beautiful blue. So I have so many different things that will go with these colors. So I was glad I found those. And then I found a couple new coloring books. These are by Crown Jewels. Crown Jewels, actually these are Crown Jewels Kids. Crown Jewels make a lot of stationery products. Sorry, I got a fuzzball. They make a lot of stationery products that they bring into Dollar Tree. And they just go the extra mile to enhance their papers, their pens. They just kick it up a notch. You know, they just bam it. Anyways, these are the new advanced coloring books by Cosmic and Cute. These are so fun. I love to color. I love to draw. I suck at drawing, but I still like to do it every now and then. But I do enjoy coloring. Cute, fun pages. But like I mentioned the other day, if you watched my video, a lot of times I will take a page from a coloring book or a specific, here's a great example. I'll take one of these, for example, the ice cream cone, and I will cut it out. Put it on the copier, blow it up, make it bigger. Color it any way you want. Decorate it any way you want. Get the clear wrap in the aisle at Dollar Tree where your household stuff is. Just the clear shelving wrap. Put your decal or whatever you color in the middle of that. Fold it over. It's now sealed. It's almost like it's laminated. Cut it out. Bam. You got something to put on your corkboard. It sounds harder than it is, but it's really not. So that's just another idea that I do. But then I saw that little hot dog. Look, it's a hot dog. They had one other one. This one is Cosmic Adventure. Again, Crown Jewels goes the extra mile. They just, I don't know what it is. I've heard other people talk about the company as well. They are an all-woman-owned company, which I think is cool. Again, they just bring out fun, fantasy stuff, and I really enjoy it. So lots going on in these new books. All right, I came across a couple new decks of cards. I showed you some the other day. You know, we use cards around here. Sometimes we use them, abuse them. You know, the kids enjoy them. They had Flash. I don't think I've ever seen Flash cards before. I was like, oh, wow, cool. So I picked them up. There's pretty much what the characters look like on the back. They are regular playing cards. They also had Fantastic Four, for those of you that are into Fantastic Four. I also found, look, Cheryl. This one I already have, but I got it for somebody else. But I thought of you, Cheryl. I don't know if you have the Beagle Scout one. Of course, there is my fave, Snoop Dogg. And last but not least, another fave of mine, Garfield. I was so hooked on Garfield in my teen years. Oh my God. My room was splattered in it. Absolutely splattered. All right, I found some cool sunglasses for the kids. Or I might even steal these for myself. All right, so these are ages 3 and up. You know, they probably would fit me. I'm not going to rip them apart right now because they got them on little zip ties that I would have to snip apart. So the first one I found is Tootsie Rolls. They need these in adult ones. So these are kind of like purplish. Can you see the theme all the way around the lenses? So they had this one and this one in Tootsie Rolls. So there was that one. And then there's that one. Cool for the kids. Like I said, I'm going to open a pair myself. And then I found Dots. They had this version. And then this green version. And I should show you the back of them too, because there you really see the pattern. There's the back side of the glasses. So they're definitely different. And last but not least, I found one for Fluffy Stuff from Charms Cotton Candy. I think these are cool. I'll show you the back because it got little cotton candy balls all over them. Super fun for summer. And then I saw Miss Margot haul these. I hauled these back before Christmas. They went flying out the door as little like stocking kind of stuffer things. So I grabbed me another set because I do like to keep amongst my purple bins upstairs little things on hand because you just never know when something's going to pop up. Anyways, these remind me of my games that I used to play when I was a kid, and I'm sure it reminded Margot of the same thing. So we've got Micro Hungry Hippos. Cute, fun game. They also had Connect 4. Couldn't tell you how many times I played that game. And last but not least, Don't Break the Ice. Super fun. I didn't see any other versions or I would have grabbed them, but I was really fortunate. They had a lot of stuff going on at this store. Again, this was at the Patterson store in New York. Patterson, New York. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Connecticut. They had these little plastic geese back. They had them in this cute mauve color. Really loving the lilac purple. They're just like mini little, you know, the tumblers we carry everywhere. If you happen to have one of those little machines, print yourself something on there, put something on there, put a little gift card attached to it, give it to one of your gal pals. They're just fun. All right, over where you get like your feminine hygiene products and things like that, I did pick up a couple of these. I actually got them for my daughter. These are Vagisil, which is a brand name, 2.6 fluid ounces, and they're Vagisil Sensitive Scents Freshening Sprays. So if your hoo-ha is feeling fishy, I'm sorry, that was bad. If your hoo-ha is feeling fishy and you need some chips, no, I'm kidding. This one says up to 24-hour freshness, white jasmine, hyperallergenic. I thought, well, you know what? With that being a brand name, you know, I picked up 2. I thought that was, you know, a good deal. So I got those. We'll move on from fishing. All right. Now, I always make sure, and this is just me talking, anytime I get something dog treat related, medication related, whatever, I like to clear with the doctors and say, hey, what do you think of this for Mia? Or, hey, is it okay for me to take this? I'm not so sure about these, but I did see them, and I'm going to talk to the doctor and say, hey, what do you think of these? So these are by a company called Spa Glow. They're all good until July of 2027. This is our hair, nail, and boost gummies. You're going to get 14 gummies per package. It helps promote hair growth and strong nails. It's biotin and vitamin B7. Strawberry flavored. They are sugar-free. So I picked up a pack of those. They also had, by the same company, 14 in a package. This one is Glow Beauty for skin antioxidant, collagen, and support vitamin C and E. Berry Citrus Fusion. That looks like that. 2 more to share with you. This one is for skin elasticity, youthful glow, collagen, vitamin C, tropical citrus blend flavor. I mean, I guess a lot of these would probably be comparable to a multivitamin. Do you guys hear that rain going on out there? Last but not least, and I'm loving this flavor, blueberry and lavender flavor. That sounds very interesting. And this is melatonin, calming sleep and stress relief. There's 14 gummies in here. That's not enough stress relief for me. But there it is right there, and that is what it looks like. So, yeah, needless to say, that's only half of what I purchased. I have the other half right over here waiting for me. Again, there is some items from the plus section. I think I mentioned 6. So I'm going to be getting into that, whether it be today or tomorrow, because I'm off for a couple more days. And we're going to do another game of Wheel of Fortune. So keep your eyes and ears open because I'm going to cough for all of you. Was that a good cough? No, seriously, it's my allergies kicking in. I sound all sniffly and snuffly because I am, and I really do apologize for that. So I want to say I so enjoyed this me time with all of you. My candle has almost had it here. So what I'm going to be doing is I've got one of my brand new ones from Dollar Tree that I showed you the other day. I'm going to light that puppy up and have it here on my desk ready to roll. And hopefully I'll have a opinion on what the throw smells like. Even though I'm a little off, I still have a pretty good sniffer. All right, everybody. A super big hug. A super big hug from me to all of you. And until next time. Again, I wish you all a wonderful holiday. And we'll be back in the chair before you know it. Until next time, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.